We struggle for acceptance. We strive for our peers to accept us. We don't even want to be labeled as haters or narrow-minded bigots by speaking truth. And is this what's preventing the body from being the body, to actually step up and satisfy the call of the church? The call of the church is to minister to those who have no respect for authority. How do we minister to anybody? Well, first we establish a relationship with them, and we minister to them through word, through deed, and through action. And the call of the church is to minister to everyone who rejects morals, everyone who rejects values, and everyone who rejects discipline. Word, deed, action, and establish a relationship with them, because the call of the church is to track down those youth, not avoid them, but to track them down. Those who have no goals, those who have no dreams, those who have no fathers, even those who have no education. You know, the very ones that we spend our lifetime trying to avoid. So the call of the church is to go and to embrace them people, those people, even the ones with the tattoos and the piercings and the plugs in their ears and the big bones hanging out of their noses and the big plugs in their lips. Those who have lost their minds on illicit drugs and on alcohol. The call of the church is to get the children, the ones that are wearing the skin tight pants, right? Or even the ones that are sagging down off their backsides and you can see their underwear. The very ones who don't get their hair done or don't do their hair, the ones with the tattoos on their neck and believe that anybody who corrects them is a threat to their humanity. Do you know that you are still loved? Do you know that you are still valuable? We think we've arrived and we can ask some man not to come to men's group because he hugs too much or rests his head on men's shoulders, and men aren't real comfortable with that, especially since that man used to be involved in homosexuality. We don't have a clue that the call of the church is to get that teenage girl who at 16 or 14 now and 8 years old doesn't even want to be a girl but wants to be a boy. And the call of the church is to go grab that 15-year-old boy who wants to be a girl and shake him one time. Say, listen, God didn't create you to be this way, son. And I love you. Call of the church is to speak life directly into that confused boy and that confused girl that doesn't have a clue of who or what they are. Call of the church is for the young man that thinks and feels like his manhood is only defined by a gun in his waistband, and they go into prison or dying for his homies is a badge of honor. See, the call of the church is to get those people who don't even think that being a part of the church body is an option for them. Those who think that they are unredeemable, unsalvageable. Those who think that, well, I've done too much and God can't forgive me for that. The call of the church is really to even go get your nieces and your nephews, your godchildren, your grandchildren, even the neighbors' children, and even the ones who won't speak to you anytime, is to tell them, hey, look, God didn't create you to be this way. This ain't God's fault that you feel the way you do and that you think the way you do. And it's not God's fault that what happened to you happened to you. It's not God's fault that your mommy and daddy brought you to the library and sat you in the lap of some bearded man with makeup on and a ball gown and read you a confusing story about two daddies or two mommies and how that was better than one mommy and one daddy and how that man touched you. I'm sorry, but it's not God's fault that happened to you. You know, we live in a nation where 8-year-olds can be placed on puberty blockers and hormone pills. And they can be done, and this can be done without parental consent. Where the state government is ready, is willing, and able to remove your child from your home if you do not allow that child to be placed on those puberty blockers and hormones. Children are exploited and sexualized. Babies are targeted and preyed upon, raped, devoured, murdered. Call of the church isn't even going to Haiti for missions when we don't even have to go a block Most of us can walk out our front door. Most of us can do missions work right in our own home. Maybe we could just drive on down to that hotel or to that strip club, and we can grab one of those girls and we can shake them and say, look, there is more to your life. There's more to your life than what some stripper or a drug dealer or a John or pimp has told you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Hallelujah. If it were not for God's grace and mercy, you could be standing out there on that corner just like I was.